everybody, welcome to What Was Mommy Thinking. I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Crystal and it is time to do my weekly accountability financial check-in, and I am excited to do it this week. I know that that's not the norm for every week, so if you want to see how I did with my budget this week and how I did with tracking and whether or not I stayed on budget, then please stick around and let's see how we did.
Keep our faith if we keep our faith. Sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me.
Alright everybody, I am so happy that it is Friday for so many reasons. I have got just a little bit of time before I have to run and take my son to his cardiology appointment, so I thought I would do a quick weekly check-in with you guys. I've had coffee, I've been up for a hot minute, so let's see how we did. I'm going to move these aside because I'm going to use these as we do my weekly check-in to confirm that I actually have the cash amounts that I am showing in my planner. This is my big happy planner. It is an undated happy planner and I use it for my budget. We are going to turn to July and this is my weekly check-in. Okay, so we started fresh. If you guys remember, I'm going to try and zoom in just a little bit for y'all because I shouldn't need more than like 2 weeks worth of view, right? Okay, so we started fresh last week, July 2nd through the 8th, and we started fresh with all of our categories. So before we go doing the math, I'm going to grab my sticker sheet here and we're going to put the categories for this week so that as we do the math, we can go ahead and carry that down. How does that sound? I know last week we talked about what a rocky start it had been to, or rocky end it had been to the month, and I don't know about you guys, but I just seem to struggle more towards the end of the month. I don't know if I get budget fatigue. I don't know why, but I just do. I struggle more with the finances towards the end of the month. So this is going to be my categories for this week that we're going to carry down. Grocery and household, I'm definitely keeping in here. Gas, I'm definitely keeping. Eating out, I am going to keep. I am not going to track allowance. I am going to change that to, I don't know, either miscellaneous. I've got a couponing one, I've got a date night one, but the thing about the date night is we're not going to be able to go on date nights every week, as awesome as that would be. It's just not something we're going to be able to do weekly. I just don't feel like I need to track my allowance. I feel like I should treat it like my husband and my kids do, that once I have it and it's mine, that I can spend it any way I want and not have to be accountable for it, and just let that be kind of the one thing that I'm not accountable for. So I'm probably not going to be tracking allowance. If I do track it the rest of this month, I certainly won't be tracking it in August, just because I don't wanna. Alright, so our last one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just need one more. So we will do another pretty red one right here. Okay, so now that we have those in place, I'm going to look at my categories here. For sure, I'm keeping grocery and household and carrying that through. I am definitely keeping gas. That is something that we're having to track. The gas, I think, is going to get a little bit better because baseball season is just about over. Eating out is definitely something that I have got to track. For pets, I am going to be tracking that on a weekly basis just because, as you guys know, with my little dog and his special diet, I sound like the Wicked Witch out of Wizard of Oz. Your little dog, too. I definitely am not going to be tracking sports. I am going to go ahead and track allowance because for right now, I know I didn't spend any of my allowance this week, so that'll be an easy peasy one to track. And let me know what you guys think about which category I should put here. My choices are date night, which won't be a weekly thing, miscellaneous, which I think would be a good thing to track weekly to have a little bit more control over it and where it goes, where I spend it. And what was mommy thinking? WWMT is always an option, and couponing. So those are the options for this space and maybe the one below it. I just wonder what are your thoughts on that? Okay, so now that we have this, we're going to very gently pull this out. And I have my spending tracker for this week. So we're going to pull that as well. And then we're going to flip over to the week in question. Don't I sound like a defense attorney? On the night in question, where were you? I love true crime. I watch way too much of it though. Alright, so I'm going to zoom you guys back out so that we can try and catch the weekly spread here. And we will flip over to that. This is the current week. We do have this day, and this day from the week prior, so that is where we will start. I want to make sure that I have every transaction recorded in my transaction log. So we will go through and we will make sure we have all of these written here, and then we will total them up for the categories, okay? I'm going to grab a quick pen. Oh, bloody, oh, blada. I definitely want it to be erasable. And so, did we do grocery at Sam's? Yes. Did we do household at Sam's? Yes. Did we do grocery at Walmart? Yes. Clothing at Walmart? Yes. Miscellaneous at Walmart? Mm-hmm. Pets at Walmart? Yippers. Eating out? Yep, it's right there. Pets at PetSmart is right there. And then 4th of July, and then these are the next week. Okay, so it looks like we have all of our transactions written onto our spending tracker. And then we had a no spend on Saturday. And I mean, let's be honest, after a day like this, you need one of these. Well, you need more than one of these, but we have a no spend there. On the 4th of July, I think I told you guys in another video, we took the boys and got them Sonic milkshakes and some snacks from Sonic and watched a little bit of fireworks and took a drink and snack to one of my son's buddies who was home alone. And then this week so far, we had a no spend on Monday. On Tuesday, I had Etsy income. Thank you very, very much, you guys. I am overwhelmed. I am flattered and overwhelmed. You guys have been amazingly supportive, and I appreciate every single inquiry, every purchase, every message, everything. I just appreciate you guys so, so much. This has been going really well, and I just can't thank you guys enough. On Tuesday, my son had his last baseball lesson for this season, and then we did take him and get him some lunch for $5.69 after his lesson. On Wednesday, I do a little side hustle that I just started doing again. I hadn't done it in a very, very long time. For those of you that may or may not know, I have my master's degree in nursing and did teach for quite some time, so I do some tutoring. So I have a little side hustle income, and Wednesday was a no spend as well, and then Thursday, which was yesterday, was also a no spend. So the only two expenditures that have to be tracked are that Sonic lunch for my son, his lesson, and that's it, right? Yep, that is all. So this is up to date. Now all we have to do is reconcile our spending tracker with our, I'm going to set this little bugger aside, and we're going to focus on these two sheets for right now. So we're going to grab our dot markers, and it looks like we have 8 categories so far. Yep, it looks like we have 8. So I'm just going to grab the first 8 that are in the top of the bag. Doesn't even matter what color they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're just going to pick a color and roll with it. And I've got my calculator here for addition. Let's start with grocery. It's the first category on our sheet. And we will do grocery in this really pretty aqua color. So for grocery, we have this one, and I believe that is all. So on our trusty calculator, we will say 83.38 and 66.07 went to grocery. Our grocery total is $149.45. Our budget for the week was $250, $149.45. Okay, so $149.45. Then for household, we'll use this really pretty color here. Household, is there any other household? There is not. So it's just this 38.36. Okay. Then for clothing, it was a $95.56. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like even clothing, I went to Walmart and got my boys swimming trunks for the summer, and I swear everything has it just goes up and up and up. All right, for miscellaneous, we'll do this really super pretty yellow, and that's going to be $27.41. All right, and then for pets, we're going to do this color here, and we have 2 charges in pets. We have $36.24 and $75.49. So $111.73. Okay. I forgot to do these. Hang on just one second. Let me catch up. And clothing was this color right here. Okay. Now we're all caught up. For eating out, we had took the boys to lunch and Sonic. $44.51 and $5.69 is $50.20. Our weekly budget is $50. So I am pretty happy with that, especially if you watched last week's video and saw how much over budget we had gone. Then for 4th of July, I just have this one charge, and it's for $49.05. And then for sports, we just have the one charge, which is my son's lesson for $60. And we are all done. So now we're going to take this information, set it right here, and it's time. It's time. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit, well, a lot, and let's get this rolling. So for grocery, we started with $1,000. We spent $149, so it's negative $149.45. And so let's do the math on that. $1,000 minus $149.45 leaves us $850.55. Okay. So for household, we started with $100. Then we spent $38.36. Okay, so minus 38.36 leaves us 61.64. All right. Next, we have gas. Oh no. I think I missed tracking putting gas in my car. I did. Okay, well, this is why we do this, right? I'm gonna zoom you guys back out. We're gonna go into my wallet and flip to gas and look and see what date that was on. So on 7/6 at Buc-ee's, I spent $32, and that's why I have no money left in my gas cash envelope. So I need to put that here. That was gas at Buc-ee's. And it's because walking sucks. I'm just kidding, you guys. $32, and that was all I had in my cash envelope at the time. So we'll do gas here, and we will total out $32. Okay, so from our gas money, we started with $120 in cash. Then we had our little cushion of $126. We did spend $32, so we're going to subtract $32. We did not spend anything out of the 126. So out of 120, we're going to subtract, oh, I had 122 though, because remember I already had $2 in my wallet. So we should have $90 left in our gas money. And then we should still have the full $126. That $2 was just hanging out in my gas envelope. All right, for eat out, we started with $200. We spent $50.20. I'm going to just round that to 50. That should leave us with $150 for the month. For pets, we started with $150, and out of that we spent $111.73. Oh goodness, 150 minus 111.73 is $38.27 remaining. Alright, for allowance, we didn't spend anything, and we should have the full allowance left. Okay, these are the numbers that I'm going to carry down, but I need to confirm them first. The way that we're going to do that is we are going to transfer money and check balances from my monthly cash envelopes to my weekly cash envelopes. So I'm going to scoot that up, zoom you guys out because I need the space, and we're going to get going on our cash envelopes. These are my monthly, and yes, I know it's past the 4th of July, and I still have 4th of July envelopes, but you know, a little bit of grace goes a long way, y'all. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, now, in our grocery envelope, we should have $850 total. There is, in here, says we have 111, which we do, so let's make sure, 111 plus, I'm going to leave that out because we need to transfer this week's money. In this envelope, it says we have 750. So plus 750 is 861. And here it says I should have basically 851. So we are over by $10. I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. We're going to go ahead and take out this week's money. Oh goodness, I can't get the cap off. Jiminy Christmas, Hercules. All right, we're gonna do week 2 minus 250, and that should leave us 500 in the monthly envelope. So we'll put that 250 down here, and then we should have 500. 1, 2, 250, 350, 455. All right, so let's put that in here. And then we're going to make an adjustment in this to match this. So let's go ahead on 7/9. We're going to put week 2. We're going to add 250, and 250 plus 111 is 361. So that 361. Okay. 100, 200, 300, 350, 360, 361. And into the grocery envelope it goes. So what I will do now is here on this balance, I'm going to put $861 for grocery, because that's the actual amount that I have. All right, let's see where we're at in household. When we left last week, our household envelope was completely empty, and we should have $61 in here. And that's exactly what it says we have, is 61, 20, 40, 61. We're only going to take 20 out this week. So we're going to put 7, 9, week 2, and we're going to take out $20. And that should leave us 41. 20, 41. We'll put that back in household. Now it says $61.64, but you guys know that I don't do change. I do put that in my change jar. So $61 is perfectly fine. So I will carry that $61 right down here. All right, our next category is gas. We should have $90 cash and $126 in buffer. I know that we need to add for this week, for 7-9, we're going to put week 2, and we're going to add 30, and that should give us a balance of 30. And then in this envelope, we should have the $90 for the 3 weeks, and then we've got that $126. So I'm going to take $30 and put it right here, and then I should have $60 left after putting in week 2. That's $30, so that gives me $60, and I still have this $126. So let's make sure. Let's make sure we have 60, 20, 30, 50, 55, and 60. So that's gas money. Now let's make sure we have 126 in our cushion. 50, 100, 120, 125, and 126. So our gas money is spot on. We will be able to transfer those amounts down to week 2 and put this $30 into our gas envelope. Between doctor's appointments, baseball lessons, baseball practice, things of that nature, I have been using more gas than normal. So let's go ahead and transfer that down, that we're starting with 90 in cash and 126 in our cushion. All right, the next category is eating out. It says here we should have $150. Well, I know for a fact there is nothing in here, because there never is. And I'm going to put 7-9, week 2, we're going to add 50, and that's going to give us a balance of 50. So I'm going to lay that there. Then we're going to open this envelope, and it says we should have $150. 51, 150. So we're going to put a 50 down here that we've already written down. We'll write it down here. 7-9, week 2 minus 50 means we have $100 left in eating out. So 50 and 100. We'll put this away, and then we will put our $50 in our eat out envelope. And then we will go to our weekly check-in, and we will write down that we do in fact have that $150 to start the week with. In our pets envelope, it's saying we should have $38.27, but as we all know, there shouldn't be any change in here. It should just be cash, so don't be surprised if there's $38. Oh, 37. Okay, so this says 37, 20, 30, 35, 36, and 37. So we're going to leave that right in here. I bought enough pet food that the pets should be okay for a few weeks, and I'm adjusting that budget to match. Now, if you watched my sinking fund stuffing for July paycheck number 1, you know that I stuffed date night and I stuffed couponing with $50 a piece. That is, these are brand new categories. These are fresh starts. And we also don't do allowance until Saturday because this is the allowance envelope for my kiddos. So I'm going to close this and set it aside. I'm going to close this and set it aside. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say Pets has $37 and allowance has $85. All right, so other than a couple of discrepancies, so for our groceries, we have $10 more than we had anticipated, and instead of $8.50 and 55 cents, we have $8.61. In our grocery, or in our household, we have 61, which is what we should. Gas is what it's supposed to be. Eat out is what it's supposed to be. And the Pets is $1 off, and the allowance is spot on. So we're going to put our binder back together. We're going to put everything back in order the way that it's supposed to be, because there's no break, right? You don't get to stop tracking. I've already had to put an expenditure down because I had to pull money out of the sinking fund for medical this morning and put it in my envelope so I have it when we go to my son's doctor's appointment. And that was a really, really good feeling to know that I had it. You guys can see here that I already wrote it in and put the sticker down because I know they emailed me and told me there's going to be a $40 copay because it is a specialist appointment. I don't know if the diagnostic tests are going to cost anything, but for right now I've got the $40 and it's in my wallet and we're good to go with that. It's always funny to watch people's faces when you hand them cash, you know? So I'm going to put my weekly tracker back in here. We are now, as of this morning, on the July 9th through the July 15th week, so that's where our focus will be this week. I'm going to throw my spending tracker back where it's supposed to be living. Where is it supposed to live? I think right here. It's so funny, when I went through and wrote dates, I wrote this one twice because that week, or where is it? I don't even know. I did this week on a different page, the 25th through July 1st. I don't even know what I did with it, but we looked at it last week. Oh, right there. I did it on a different page. That's the one we used last week. So I got a little discombobulated, but what's new, right? Okay, everybody, that is it for our weekly check-in this week. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope that you will consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I am really enjoying the accountability of tracking every single transaction, whether it's from a sinking fund, a cash envelope, whatever. It's really helping me stay on track and on top of our finances. Until next time, everybody, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be well. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.